computer.
Sorry, Sally.
Okay, that's fine. So Charlie has been connected to me for several minutes, and as far as her age is concerned, I'm getting that it is closer to the 7 to 8 year mark. And she has shown me that she lived in a outdoors, but that she was a breeding dog, and she's had several litters of puppies. As far as her personality is concerned, she is a calm and submissive girl. Does that seem true to you?
Yes, I mean, her anxiety is a little high sometimes, but that just makes sense. But yes, I would say that she is a calm on overall for a setter. She's pretty calm. And yes, she was, I would say, definitely used as a breeding female.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Julie?
When I connected in with her, I did feel like a calmer energy as well. And I actually heard the phrase grande dame.
Yeah.
So I do feel there is underneath the what she's showing now, but I do feel like there's a sense of, there's like a regalness, but there's a sense of wisdom about her too. And in that, like I hear her say, in that, being able to acknowledge that for her, she feels a lot of gratitude that people are actually beginning to see that that's what she brings to the table. She realizes that's going to be a little bit more incoming, but that aspect of it, that she just sits there very kind of nobly and just is, she's just really quiet. And I hear the word serene as well.
Yeah.
I feel very strongly that she has not suffered great abuse, that she has a lot of love inside, and that she's really enjoying her comfort now. Her situation has completely changed.
Yes.
And I'm not actually feeling the anxiety coming from her. But at this moment, she, you know, she is really loving the love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The only other thing I think I can add, because everything else makes sense as far to me, like what you're getting, Sally's what I'm feeling too. Did I have this with Sue's dog? Somebody recently started singing "I'm Coming Out" from the Pointer Sisters, but I get that song from her as well. She's singing it. She's not singing it like full diva, but she's doing a little, I'm coming out. I'm starting to get comfortable like with it, but she's doing a little, there's a little shimmy. I feel she wants to wiggle her butt a little bit. So yeah.
She's coming out.
And I do feel a sense of joy like bubbling up, like it's inescapable. When she started.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that, not full diva.
Not yet. She did say grande dame, so that made me
That's right.
Barb, do you have a question for Charlie?
I'm curious about her vision and her hearing, both of those senses.
So I have just asked Charlie about her vision, and she's told me that she has some cloudiness, so she can see, but I feel like she's got cataracts on her eyes, and she has. It's funny. She said, well, I'm older and my hearing is not what it used to be, but I can hear. I can still hear.
Okay.
No, I get something really similar. I actually get, there is cloudiness, but for me, it feels a little bit more on my right eye. And I saw Sally, when you moved your hand, it felt like it was the same eye. And I actually feel like a little bit of pressure on this side, on this eye too.
Okay.
Just
All right.
slight, ever so slight, but it feels like there's either pressure or it might be an imbalance between the two, like they're not equal seeing is how it feels to me.
Okay.
And the ears, I do feel like, just like Sally said, I also feel like I can hear, but it feels like it's not as sharp. Like I've probably lost the highest octaves is how it feels. I hear the word dampened, but it's not extreme. It's not bad. Like it's still fun. Like Sally's nodding too. Like it's still really good,
Okay.
but it's not puppy hearing by any means.
Right. Right. You know, it's hard with rescue dogs. It's hard to know whether the sounds, they're not connected to the sounds, or those sounds don't have any connection to them, so they don't respond to them. So, you know, it's not so much that she doesn't respond to her name, but sometimes, like if you clap your hand or make a loud noise, sometimes she has no reaction to that. But that may well be not so much that she's deaf, but she doesn't have an association with what a clap means. So it means nothing. So she ignores it.
Yeah. As you were talking, many times they'll answer at the same time. And she's like, yeah, so you're clapping. What did you want me to do something? That's what I hear her say. Like, what do you want me to do with that? Yeah. So you're
what am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So she just, but I hear her say she wants to learn. Like if there's a sound, I want to learn what it means. If you
Right.
if it's associated with asking me something, I feel like this willingness to learn.
Right.
Just your intuition is right, Barb. Like she doesn't
Connect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I feel exactly the same.
Cool.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Good.
All right. Does that
Good.
answer your question, Barbara?
It does. It does. Thank you.
You're welcome. Then
So my only other question, is there anything that I or we at the rescue could do differently for her?
Karen and Monica, do y'all want to take that one?
Yep.
All right.
We'll go there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So why don't we start? We'll hold on that question for a minute, Barb. We're going to go in. Monica, if that's okay. Let's go in and just kind of let her unfold a little bit more about who she is.
Sorry, are we starting a new 10 minutes then?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was 8 minutes, just so you guys know.
Okay.
Perfect, ladies.
I don't know if you noticed that, but maybe I'll do this or something more obvious.
Okay.
So I do have a loud landscaper. If it gets really loud outside, there's something going on out there. I'll mute for a little bit. But
Okay. Okay. So I'll, if you don't mind, Monica, I'll just hop right in. When I connected in with, okay, she's told Charlie, she said, call me Charlize.
Charlene? Okay.
Charlize, like Charlize Theron.
Okay.
Charlize.
Charlize. All right.
She made me feel like it was more becoming of who she is than Charlie. She's like, I am Charlize.
Charlize. Okay. I like that. I didn't know how to change Charlie. So
Yeah.
Charlize.
Yeah.
All right.
And the other thing that she presented to me right away when she was talking to, when, you know, everybody else was holding in on hers, I definitely feel there's really maternal energy about her, which makes sense for what you guys are saying, picking up that she's had litters. There's this maternal energy that she's showing where she really wants to be in a family where she can really love children. I don't know if you picked that up, but she would be happy if it ended up that she was in a family where there was particularly like young girls. She really has a maternal energy and wants to enjoy listening to their laughter and like to be in the middle of like being present for it all that innocence. There's something about her loving being a maternal energy.
yeah, She, right earlier before, she did say 8. She gave me the number 8 regarding age.
Okay.
And when Sally was saying 7 to 8, she was saying yes, that was spot on. I also had this just kindness, this feeling of kindness from the heart, and it's kind of relative to that mothering.
Oh, Monica, you muted. Your cat muted you.
Hello, it's not your turn. So, and let's see, the kindness. Oh, and she was showing me she is very, very intuitive. Like, despite I had the cloudiness and just like tiny little earphones, letting me know it was just a tiny hearing, but she was showing me her other senses. She's very intuitive. She really picks up on the energy of the people. And this kind of relates to what Karen says. She loves that young, vibrant joy, because she's so sensitive to the energy
Okay.
that she's around.
And I know we'll go into your question, your second question. She gave me a little bit of information around the ears. She made me feel that some of her hearing is due to having been clamped, like very tight and tense and clamped in here for a while from her past situation. And if somebody could do an adjustment on her upper neck and in her jaw area,
Okay.
it might actually help relieve some of the pressure in her ears that is making things feel a little bit muffled.
Okay.
That was, I just wanted to give you that. And also the sound, the clapping sound, she's like, shake food. Like if she heard you shaking snacks in a little canister, that would get her attention.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. As long as she connects the canister to food, then the
Yeah,
shaking.
well,
of
you're
that
gonna
will-
shake it and show her it and smell.
Right,
So
got it.
and then she'll know that's
Okay.
her call sound.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so your question.
So is there anything that any of her needs that aren't being met that she would like to be met?
Okay, so is there anything that you
Wow.
need to know about being
Um,
care being met?
she showed me almost like it sounds strange, like a lullaby. Like I saw a woman singing to her, or just like someone sitting there and just kind of just gently petting her. It kind of goes along with that motherly thing. And she almost gets into tears just knowing. She's so grateful for the kindness, but she loves that just that feeling of being mothered, or just someone sitting there and gently petting her in this really peaceful environment, almost like a lullaby song, or that she's so sensitive to the atmosphere that she's just loving the bonding and the peacefulness
Right.
of the people she's been around in your organization.
And when I asked her what would help her, like, what is it that you're asking, what would help her feel comfortable in this process and what she's doing? She's showing me like her having her own mat bed that goes with her everywhere. That's hers. To give her some continuity and stability. Continuity and stability are big for her.
Yeah.
So if it looks kind of like one side of the mat is more fuzzy, like the bed mat is more fuzzy, and then the underneath side is more canvasy to me. Like there's a top and a bottom to it, and that she is looking to have her bed mat go with her.
Right.
That's
It does. It
Okay.
does.
Oh, okay.
Since I brought her, Yes, she has her bed and it's got a towel on top of it. And, it goes in the crate that's downstairs, it goes in the crate that's upstairs, and it goes in the back of the car.
So she wants that to continue to go with her, even if she leaves you, like that's hers.
Okay, that's her bed forever. Got it.
To go with
Okay.
her, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is there like a little toy or something she can chew on, like a bone or a toy that can go with that?
Sure. At the moment, she hasn't shown any interest in toys. Once I get to Florida, so I'm traveling at the moment, so I've got a couple more days before I kind of get settled in Gulfport on Monday night. So once I'm there, and then we'll be there for a while, so and get her sorted. So yes, then I'll find. So do you think that she wants something that she can chew on?
You know what, after I said that, because I just got toy from her, so I went back and checked in.
Okay.
It's almost, I'm seeing like, it's almost like a little stuffed animal, like a little person or something, that she might not chew it, she might not, but it's almost like that continuity to have like a little traveling companion.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
And when you said we're going to Florida, she went, oh, beach.
Beach.
So I think letting her, there's something, she's excited to smell the ocean, to just be able to be like, oh my God, this is open for me, like to be there with you guys and to just experience it. So I don't know that she'll actually run into the water, but just being able to just experience it, and the ocean and the air and
Yeah, and with the eyes and the ears, she's really focuses on her smell a lot. So those new smells.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's loving.
And I double checked again with her on her age, and I on the scale of like 2 to 13. And she's definitely lighting up for me. It was like 6.5 to 8.
Okay.
Was kind of the range that she keeps bringing me to.
Okay.
So it'd be interesting to see if you do check her out with like another vet in Florida, or somebody that you really trust, see what they say.
Yeah. She'll be seeing a few vets.
Yeah. So she's quite a sweetie.
And
And we're at
anything
time.
physically that
Tracy.
is troubling her?
Well, let's check in for that last thing. So is there anything else you want us to know about you physically to share with Barb? I'm getting a little bit of vibration between my toes, like a little, I don't know if it's itchy, but there's some, like a little bit of something seeping through the creases in the toes. Sometimes for me, that's a symbol of like food not totally agreeing with digestion, when these get a little tingly, itchy. So
Okay.
Well, that's curious you said that, because she took me to the stomach, and especially with the travel, or when she gets a little anxious, I think she kind of internalizes that in the stomach. It feels a little unsettled.
Right.
yeah. So I don't know what she was eating before you guys. Probably not the greatest stuff. So I mean, it's probably crap.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, so switching her over to more human grade quality food that isn't kibble, just to allow her body to start to bring in like the meats, like that, to let her her gut kind of settle and get some more decent food into her.
Okay.
Would be helpful, and some oil too, like some fish oil of some sort would be really helpful in her gut.
Okay.
And she also pinged on the homeopathic medicine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
with some anxiety drops or
Mhm.
something along that line, or maybe something for the stomach.
Okay. Kate and Candace have some calming chews that I haven't tried, but we can try that because we're traveling tomorrow. So, and I'm sure, it's discombobulating getting in, she doesn't know where she's going. She doesn't know. I mean, I will tell her, but
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she does hear that from you, and that helps. Yeah.
And she likes your dog. Larsa?
yeah, yeah,
She likes
yeah.
Larsa,
good.
so.
Yeah, it was funny because the first, the temp foster, it was the first day she had gotten either thrown over the fence at the shelter in Kentucky or they broke in and shoved her in one of their outdoor kennels. But either way, and so then our temp foster drove to Kentucky from Indianapolis and picked her up and brought her home. And we had been told that she was good with dogs, and Maddie got her home and she went after Maddie's dog. But I mean, she's been fine with Larsa and she's, doing fine with Sky, but they haven't kind of met. But I think she just needs slow introductions, and she was just on overload at Maddie's. And I don't think she ever forgave Grizzly for coming into her space when she wasn't ready. But when she met Lars at the park before we put them in the car together, they sniffed each other from a distance and there was no issues. And then we walked together and they were fine. And then I put Charlie in the backpack and Lars on the back seat. And it took me a while to get into the front seat. And by then the two of them were, at the barrier that I had set up, and they were just sniffing each other and they were fine. So.
Oh, yeah.
And we're picking up a third dog, so I have to.
So
just
Barbara, is Charlize, she corrected me, Charlize, is she going to be staying with you?
Yes, I'm going to foster her until she's medically sound and ready to be adopted, and then I'll choose her forever family. So.
Okay. She really likes you. She's a little anxious about the forever family.
Right.
Because she's had so much changes. She's showing me like being a little clingy to you and your pets. She's not so sure about another change, but
yeah. Well, it won't happen for a couple of months, so she's got time to get herself settled and.
Okay, she liked that. She definitely liked that.
Okay.
She wants you to trust her judgment. If you sense her not being sure of who you're presenting to her, trust her judgment and let her help you choose.
Yes,
Okay.
she wants you to observe. Will she be able to meet? Will you be able to observe her with the potential adoption, or you don't know?
Don't know. Like, I mean, 2 months down the road, I don't know who even will be in our adoption pool or who will.
But do you meet them first, or no, she could get handed off and then delivered?
Well, it depends on where it is. If it's not New York State in February, I'd probably drive her. If it's New York State in February, I don't know about that. But we could maybe meet in Pennsylvania. I've done that before. So yeah, I mean, I don't.
So she's actually saying, if you could sit with her and be quiet and state the name of the potential people, and then just observe her.
Okay.
She will actually somehow pick up the energy and like she wants to be able to say okay.
Okay. And I mean, when people apply for a dog to the foster, if the foster thinks that they're a possibility, so if I think that it's a potential good fit, then I will have numerous conversations with them about her, and I will, get more information about who they are and what their expectations of her are. And I can do that on speaker if that would help.
Yeah, that's what was coming through. Yeah, do that on speaker and just kind of observe her.
We're actually
Okay.
on Zoom,
Okay,
so you
Okay.
can, because their energy and their body language will come through for you.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
like this.
Yeah.
You can tell so much doing
Yes.
this, you know, so. All right. I think.
Yeah, I
that,
got a feeling of being more calm about that
Yeah.
after just this discussion.
Good, good.
All right, Charlize, is there anything else? It so naturally comes out of my mouth, like Charlize.
Yeah. Charlize.
Anything
Charlize.
else? Sweetie pie. No. I feel I feel a little more calm and settled from
Yes.
having shared this information. So she feels settled for now.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
And we can stop the recording.